Minister. Yours, tolerance and inclusivity. Mr. Speaker, the President appointed a minister responsible for not a minister for prophecy, a presidential staffer responsible for prophecies. Elvis Afri Ankra. And this...
I don't know whether you have evidence of the appointment, because I'm not aware, no communication has come from His Excellency the President to this House as official. But if you have, you are at liberty to go on.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I'm sure the Presidency is still to come up with a list of presidential staffers in accordance with the laws of the country. And then when that comes, we'll be able to push that. But we know presidential staffers have been appointed, and we are also reading in the news that one of those appointed responsible for religious prophecy was, Elvis Afri Ankra. Mr. Speaker, the question I would like to put to the Minister is, how do we reconcile? Because I see that move by the President in line of religious tolerance and inclusivity. But how do we align that with that of fake prophecy in a country where a lot of fake prophets are causing fear and panic? What is the fine line the Ministry is drawing between this fake prophecy and religious tolerance in the country, Mr. Speaker? This is my question to the Minister.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, you try to assist the Honourable Member for Wale Wale to reframe his question, but he persisted in misrepresenting that the President appointed a presidential staffer for religious prophecies. That clearly is not true. There is a staffer assigned with responsibility for diaspora relations and religious affairs. But there's no staffer responsible for prophecies. So I think that you should retract that and continue with your question. I think this is very important.
Yes, Honourable Member.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sure what the Leader of the House is saying is no different from what I'm saying, because when he reads the full title of that appointment, the full title of that appointment is here. It's Presidential Envoy for Interfaith and Ecumenical Relations to Spiritual Leaders. Mr. Speaker, that was the long title of the appointment. Presidential Envoy for Interfaith and Economical Relations to Spiritual Leaders. Mr. Speaker, simply put, and for the want of a simpler expression, the envoy responsible for, prophecies, and he mentioned that he is to receive all prophecies. And that after some time, he was complaining that the prophecies were now too much, too many for him to collect, Mr. Speaker. This is a matter of public record. So it's not me making this, Mr. Speaker. The person appointed stated that he was receiving too many prophecies, and that the prophecies should stop. They should prophesy about the development, not death. And the Leader of the House is saying I'm representing a fact, unless, of course, what I'm presenting is not what is out there.
Honourable Member, what you are referring to is a matter of public discourse. But we're looking at evidence that you can rely on as legal. And that is what you are looking at. You said that if they submitted the list of presidential staffers, I was going to read from that list that somebody has been appointed, and you use a different language. Now you are reading another phraseology, which somebody has just sourced from his mobile phone, different from what you earlier stated. So you see, we cannot depend on just public discourse and ask questions. You should have done some background check to know what the letter of appointment actually stated. And then you base on it to ask your question. Because they are listening to us, Ghanaians are listening, and they are interested in this. But I thought that as a good Christian, I hope so, as a good Muslim, it is in the Holy Quran stated clearly as to what is happening is about. It's there. It's in the Holy Quran and it's also in the Holy Bible about prophecies. And that the time will come and you are going to have so many of them. I don't know whether it's Surah 105 or not. The speaker shall not be misled. Yes, so, honorable members, let's leave it at that. I think the person who asked the question is satisfied, and I can't even see him in the house again. So please, it's been a very long day, and I've been presiding for more than 4 hours now. I don't think it's healthy for me. So, with your indulgence, we may try and put finishing touches by some concluding information before we adjourn the sitting. Yes, leadership. I will, on your behalf, thank the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs for attending upon the House and answering satisfactorily the questions that have been raised by members. We thank you for coming.
Make an observation regarding how we conduct ourselves when Mr. Speaker is addressing the House. Mr. Speaker, during this question time today, Honorable Nyindam, the MP for Pandai, while asking a question, you tried to guide him. And in the process, the honorable member kept standing while you were speaking or addressing the House. The same was also exhibited by the honorable member for Manso Nkwanta, Honorable Tinubu Akubia. And I thought that this matter must be made clear so that we're all obliged. Accordingly, Mr. Speaker, I refer to Order 1262, which reads as follows. Whenever the Speaker addresses the House, any member standing shall immediately resume the member's seat, and the Speaker shall be heard in silence. Mr. Speaker, this is the observation I've made, and I thought that I should make it clear in order that we don't abuse the orders. I thank you very much for your indulgence.
Yes, thank you so much. That is the longest serving member of Parliament in Ghana. Yes. So, honorable members, on this matter, we have always provided annually the opportunity for caucuses to hold workshops. I expect leaders to lead their members to go into the details of these standing orders, particularly the ethics, the etiquette, the language, which we refer to as parliamentary language. But it looks like that is not being done. The basics that we take you through during orientation is not sufficient to mold you into a professional career member of parliament. And so it's been difficult, but the speakers are hesitant to try to exercise some powers because we need to work to build consensus. So that's why we don't go hard on you. But it's important that you take time off to go through these things because you'll be going to other countries to participate in conferences and other things. And they observe you a lot as you get up to put across your points of view on the matters that are being discussed. And the body language, the words you use and how you dress, all those things count in making you an honorable member of parliament. So it's an important issue he has raised. There are more I've observed when the speaker, for example, is addressing the House, no member of parliament is expected to get up and walk out of the plenary session. But that has been the common thing here. And particularly when members are engaged in conversations and the speaker is drawing their attention and it's like it's nobody's business. It doesn't work properly because even though we are trying to get our system here to go according to the rules and guidelines for airing the proceedings of the House, we've not yet got it right. And so members should be very careful because all this are used to assess you for the next elections. It's not just what you come to tell them. The members watching, and particularly now that we have our own dedicated channel, TV station, it's important for you to change. And please, nobody comes into parliament just to stay for only 4 years. Unless those who come and get so disappointed, they want to go back. Because some may think that here is better. When they come in, they realize that what they've been reading in the papers is not what actually takes place here. And so they get disappointed and they decide voluntarily not to contest again. And that has added to the high attrition rate of members in the House. So it's a very important point, very cogent one. I thank you so much for drawing the attention of the House. And members, without much ado, Deputy Whip. Sorry, you were Deputy Whip before.
Mr. Speaker, once a leader, always a leader.
I understand now.
Thank you very much. I just want to, because my name was mentioned, I'm grateful you gave me the opportunity to have a word. I think that obviously I will not debate my uncle, who happens to be one of the longest serving members of Parliament, who is preparing to exit this House very soon. I've taken his counsel, and Mr. Speaker, I've taken cue of whatever he said, and I ideally want to thank him for that observation. Just like you have rightly said, these are things that we all have to take note. But Mr. Speaker, I thought your intervention was going to be short, so I stood up. But when I realized that it was going to take some time, I took my seat. Because once a deputy whip, I duly know some of these rules, and I would definitely be the last person to violate them. But just like he said, I agree with him, and I don't think such will repeat from my side. And it's a good advice to all of us. Mr. Speaker, I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity.
I'm not sure the honourable member is preparing to exit, because the longest serving member of parliament in the world is Sir Winston Churchill, and he was in parliament for over 50 years. So he is just starting. He's now getting to 30, about 29. And then you end up at 32. No, it's still too young. We expect him to go more. Yes, so And you know that in the United Kingdom, if you ask for the best prime minister, they will cite Sir Winston Churchill. Yes, so please, let's encourage members to be career members of parliament, professionals, that we can all be motivated to work even better than what they've done, to be guided by whatever they do. Don't discourage people from staying long in the house. That's not correct. With this, I will proceed to adjourn the House.
Mr. Speaker, we're wondering if, because tomorrow is Friday, whether we want to sit earlier in the day or we should maintain our 2 p.m. Sitting time. Fridays, members may want to start traveling early enough. And so if we could sit in the early part of the day, and Mr. Speaker, your 2 deputies are not immediately available. So,
yes, honorable members, just raising the issue of when to commence sitting tomorrow. Because tomorrow is Friday, do we start early, 10 in the forenoon or 2 in the afternoon? Yes, please.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I wouldn't have opposed the submission by the leader of government business, save that I think you have a program at 10 o'clock. I don't know if, and I'm sure that perhaps we considered the time that you were going to start, we are going to start tomorrow at 2, and that was the reason why we put the program at 10. But that's subject to your further directions. I'm sure we are minded to start at 10. Yes.
Yes, honorable members, my attention has been drawn to a very important meeting with our partners from the Interparliamentary Union tomorrow morning. And myself and leadership are expected to be part of it.